day. Today I'm going to be continuing from where I stopped, and I'm going to be working on my comic book page. Yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful start to the week. I know I'm very disorganized so far. Um, well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Um, I started this yesterday, but I wasn't able to finish it. Collection. Right. Anyways, I'm going to get started. I have my comic book reference over here. Hello, Imagination. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Alpha, how's your day going? Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Um, did you have a productive day, or are you still working at the moment? I'm fine. That's good to hear. That is wonderful news. Wonderful news. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I was able to finish another walk. Now one of those are walks. I was able to finish one today, and it was relatively simple in comparison to some of those ones. So I'm quite happy about that. So there's an extra change to go into my pocket by the end of the month. So um, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Bro, how far me too? How you doing, man? The Miracle Man, Mr. Miracle. There's actually a superhero called Mr. Miracle. Have you heard of him? From DC Comics. He's an escape artist. He has a, I think he's half the son of Apocalypse. I mean, I said Apocalypse, Dark Side. Thank you, imagination. Thank you. I think I just need to make her neck a little bit longer. Hopefully, I can finish a panel in today's stream. Yesterday, I was quite slow, um, but today, hopefully, I will be faster. Hopefully. What game did you install? What game? Is it a racing game, a sports game? Which one? Zombie game, war game, Call of Duty. Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. All right, all right. Those ones, they just need keyboard to play them, right? You don't necessarily need a pad. You're just keyboard. All right, all right. I remember a long time ago when I tried installing one of those Call of Duty games in my dad's laptop when I was using his laptop to learn digital arts. That system almost died, man. Surprisingly enough, that system is still alive. He's still using it, by the way. He uses it to type to do his office work. It's still alive. but barely. That's the Methuselah of systems. Rough ride laptop. There's nothing that laptop had not gone through, my brother, in my hands. Like the Photoshop alone that was running that year, I believe it was Photoshop 2015, 2016. That system was dying in my hands. Like even before I had that system that I had to sleep whenever I was trying to save a file. Like this first one was the OG, where I had to take naps by force in order to save documents. It's been a long ride. It's been a long ride. Exactly. Glad you caught on. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think it was what do you call it? Forgotten the name. Oh God, my memory is cooked. But yeah, the system was very old, like very, very old. It's that system. Remember when you came to my house when we were in secondary school, like, and you were showing me Mavis. You showed me what's the name of that app? You were showing me like Britannica, I think. Was it Britannica? That encyclopedia stuff. Yeah, that was the laptop, and it was still in existence up until after I graduated school. So it has been around for a long time. I think our hands are too mighty there. Yeah, the system has been around for a long time, but the system is just capable of not doing a lot. To be fair. Hello, Arim. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's popping? What's the progress on that? What's his name? Optimus Prime illustration. Any progress? Mavis Bacon. Yeah, it was Mavis Bacon. I used to start learning how to type, and that time I was like under what's the word for that? I was a mentee, yeah, under an artist. His name was Abiola, and I was in his shop, and his brother does printing, so his brother, like, they sort of like were doing the whole thing together. They joined like resources. They were doing the art and prints together, and they were taking students sometimes or apprentices, and I happened to be one of them. So most times I'll just practice Mavis Bacon, and most times I'll be playing Mortal Kombat on their not laptop, desktop. You know those systems always had those head like this. Like, if you look at the side view of those systems, they were like television. They were like this. Yeah, those big TV like. Then they now had vents like this on them. Yeah, that was the type of desktop I was using. Very mighty. Hello Kiki, how you doing? Uh welcome to the stream again. Nice having you. How's your day going so far? Hmm. How do I feel like I could probably adjust that just a little bit? Kind of have to be smart about it. Proportions. You can mess up sometimes. Man without glasses is welcoming you. It's good. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm drawing right now. Really? What are you drawing? You care to share? Is it your OC or like a fictional character or what are you drawing? I think I should make his head a little bit bigger. And most of the time, these thumbnails, you still have to refine them a lot. Ah, I'm trying to draw a very realistic cake. Ooh. Are you drawing are you working digitally or are you working traditionally? So I'll know if you're adding um let me know how you're approaching your art. I'm drawing a person eating cake. Oh, all right, all right. Uh, that's that can be quite tricky actually. Drawing a person eating. Plus, it depends on the art style you're looking at when you're walking. But it looks good by now. I'll be right back. Hello, Grey Ghost. How you doing? Good morning. Have you been able to overcome your art block? Hmm? Have you been able to write something like throughout the weekend? Was it relaxing? Grey Ghost. Was the weekend relaxing? I'm back. Just like that. Just like that, you're back. Real quick. This drawing looks sick. Really? Thank you. I appreciate it. Whenever you guys say that you're drawing, I usually wish I could see the art that you guys are drawing. Um, it's really nice to hear that like people are actually being productive whilst watching the stream. Very nice. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you will never, never, ever, ever leave me. Yeah, that's Drake, right? Is that Drake? The weekend was not relaxing. Oh, you wrote something. That's good news. That's good news. That's good news. Nice. That's nice to hear. So hopefully, even though slowly, you're getting out of the slump. slowly but surely. Yeah, Drake. Yeah, a line from "In My Feelings." Yeah, shows the song is quite popular because I just caught on immediately. Hello, farmer girl. How you doing? I swear this better look good when I flip it. It looks alright. Sometimes you have to flip it to make sure you're not making a blunder of the art because it might look like everything is going alright. Maybe, but I have to say it was fan fiction. One I have been working since I was like 12, and it's based on Subway Surfers. Oh, like do you mean the story you're working on? You will definitely, not maybe. You will definitely. That's cool. That's a when I was researching, like when I was like first learning how to like make like your own original story. One of the things some of the videos I watched talked about was the fact that most times you might actually have to work on fanfics before, like, to just use characters that already have a lore, characters that are already existing, um, to then create stories, something like to experiment with, sort of like a demo or something. It can be good practice. It's what I learned at least. But I just never had the urge to just like um do fanfics. Like comics takes a lot of work. So like even to like just do normal drawings of like what do they call them? Fan illustrations, normal fan illustrations, like fan art. Is always difficult for me. Uh, Dude, I have to go. Bye. Yeah, no problem, Kiki. Thanks for joining again. I appreciate the what do they call it? The company. Yeah. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful weekend, by the way. A wonderful, wonderful weekend. And good luck with the art. The person eating the cake. Yeah, whoever is spamming the smiling emojis, I appreciate it. I think I messed up with that A, but we move on. We move on. Hello, Shani. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't notice your message. Uh, how you doing, Shani? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Has it been a while? I think it's been a while. I feel like it's been a while. Maybe you've probably joined the stream, but like you didn't like chat me up. Uh, Not actual story, not the actual story I'm working on. Just something to get the creative juices flowing. Something fun and not too demanding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. For instance, like working on your own personal projects, right? There's always this need to get it right. This pressure, like we usually put on ourselves, to make it good, or at least to our taste and our standard first time. So because of that pressure, most of the time it can affect creativity, and most of the time can actually lead to burnout. So sometimes just like stepping out of that project and just whilst like still doing what you like, which might be writing or like drawing, painting, but when it's not like especially focused on that main project that you're working on, it can be sort of like a relief. And like you said, it gets the creative juices flowing, and it will then give you like more confidence, and you could even get new ideas in that process of like chilling or relaxing. Even though most of the time I do feel guilty whenever I'm relaxing because I feel like I actually should be working instead of like chilling. Um, yes, so I can relate to that, at least to that part. Yes, I can move on to the body real quick. Of course, we'll just establish the frame. Got to go, bro. Yeah, imagination. Thanks for joining, man. Have a nice, a wonderful rest of the night. Yeah, and good luck on the day job stuff that we're doing. Hello, Shaki. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. How you doing? Is it? I knew I was making an error with the suit. I just knew it. Just had a feeling. I remember my when I was in secondary school, my intro tech teacher. He was a bit of a stammerer. So whenever he was talking, he would drag his words like this, and then he would use a ruler and then begin to hit you on the head. He would always drag his words like this. He tortured me and my friend, uh, especially my friend. Yeah, didn't like him at all. Anyways, I'm doing good, and you? I'm doing great, Shaki. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hope your weekend was wonderful. Hope it was marvelous. Hope it was fun. Hope you're able to gather yourself and get rejuvenated for the productive week you're going to have. Because I did. I love that. Thanks, Shadi. Thank you so much. I cham. Where's the undo button, man? Where's the undo? Thank you. Anyways, that's hopefully I did justice to it. Does he look awkward? I think he looks awkward, man. I think he looks awkward. I'm going to change the pose. Sometimes, sometimes in the life you have to be competitive. When you feel like something is not going the right way, or you feel like there's something off about what you're drawing. There's nothing wrong with changing it. Yeah. I might even be doing worse. I swear, man. This is just the first panel, and I'm sweating. Yeah, I haven't even gone to them like complex stuff. Aye, look at that. Look at that. I even messed up his hair. Always flip, always flip. Always flip horizontally. Because you might think everything is going right, and then you flip and you discover you're doing trash. Your stuff is not good. Yeah. Anyways. I wanna do your music, and let me feel the rhythm tonight. So it's not a waste of time. Like if you like do like a sketch, at the end of the day you end up not like following the sketch. It doesn't mean you've wasted your time. It's all part of the process. Yeah, most times you wouldn't get to the idea that you finally use if you don't work on, you know, if you don't actually do the initial sketch. It's usually annoying that you can't get it first time, but especially for me, most times it can knock your confidence. You'll be like, am I even a good artist or good creative? But still have to keep going. Like if it's not to your taste, like your current taste, you can't just be doing rubbish even though you want to finish the work. Right. And that's how all the works were done. Um, anyways, I'm done with him, I think, at least. I hope. Yeah, that fixed it. There you go. That's the reference I was looking for. Mo Salah, Mo Salah. running down the way. So when you're not drawing, what do I do? Okay, when I'm not drawing, I'm either scrolling on social media, um, eating, um, uh, doing some brief exercise, or just wallowing in movies and TV shows. Mm, and that's what I do. Or watching football content. Yeah. But mostly I am drawing. That's what I do. Or I'm making content, to be fair, editing videos. Yeah. Even though I haven't put out much videos, I do edit videos. In fact, I have like 5 or 6 long form videos that are just sitting there on my iPad that needs editing. And I haven't gotten to them. So chop chop, brother. Chop chop. Yeah, that's just my life really. But it's mostly drawing. Yeah, mostly drawing. I I hardly go out, so most of the days are just spent indoors. So I draw and draw and draw. Not as fast as I would want to, but that's just all I do. And sleeping. Yes, sleeping. I sleep a lot actually. A decent amount. I sleep a lot. Especially with this nice weather that I have over here. I sleep a lot. But in general, the routine is usually what most people would consider boring. I wouldn't say I necessarily enjoy it 100%, but it's more enjoyable than not to me, uh, because I get to work on the things that I like. Or at least I try to create time to work on the things I like and improve myself every single day. I hope I'm not butchering that one. Let me look at the reference. Let me see how that was done. Make sure I don't make a mess of it. Ah, cham. That's looking all right. Let's talk about Moshala. Hmm, that's the nice thing about digital art. Even when you're inking, you can be very, what's the word? You can be as invasive as you want with your art without necessarily worrying about, like, because you can always undo and erase things. If you're working traditionally and you're inking, it's a bit more final, yeah. But with digital art, it's a lot more non-destructive. Forgot to add the arms. Yeah, she goes to the gym, so those arms, those guns have to be very well defined. You know what I'm saying? Ah, error. Hmm. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'll just leave it like that, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm leaving it like that. We have things to do. We have things to do. If she made her nails sharp, it means that she probably ripped through the clothes she's wearing. So I might have to draw a bit of ripped or torn clothes, where to fix them and how to fix them would probably be the issue. But let's establish the pose first of all. Ah, that's good. All right. That's one, two, three. People's fingers are not like that. Yeah. So of course, let's add some silhouettes over here like that. What do you think? And then this guy over here. I think that's all right. Probably. Probably not. Mm, eh, I'll leave it like that. It's haunting me though. It's haunting me. It's disturbing me. Or let's just put an indication here like this. I think that's good. All right, let's draw the torn part of the clothes. If something is torn, what does it look like? If like something sharp roots through something softer, how does it look? Yeah, it looks like this, I think. The iconic entrance. Yeah. How you doing, Dominion? I respect the consistency. Yeah, I think that's all right. Okay. Hmm. How are you doing today, sir? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing? How's your day going? Is she going to kill someone with that clause? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's going to try. Actually, she's going to she's going to try. That's the intention. The intention is to be lethal. Yeah, she's not. She doesn't have the claws out to dance kumbaya. Yeah, she's going to take someone down. Apparently. All right, let's see. I'm going to need to look at these shoes again. Oh, And then the person that she wants to kill is a very lucky person. Really? How is the person lucky? I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean. Mm, 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 mm. Well, I mean, the person she's about to, you know, delete from existence is not necessarily a nice person as well. So he has it coming. I had to use gymnast reference for this pose. Did I get that well? Uh, yeah, the person has the privilege to see his or her ancestors. Apparently, apparently. I think I need to increase the size of the. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right. Francisco Tutti. Mhm. Where's the clause? The clause is on the left hand. All right. I was going to keep that in mind. So, how is your life? How is everyone? Your family, friends, and so on? Yeah, my life is very good. It's slow. Um, not moving as fast as I want. But I am a very blessed person. So I'm grateful for where I am and what I have. Uh, but life has been good, you know. and my family is good as well. I'm grateful. I'm grateful about that. I talked to my sister today, so and she's doing well. Yeah. It's been a while since I saw her, so hopefully I can see her this year. Um, they're doing well. Mom and dad are all right, and my friends are doing great. I went to see them this weekend, actually. Yeah, I do have a sister. I have a sister. Um, yeah, everyone is doing good. I went to see my friends this weekend. Had a lot of fun. Sometimes it's just good to just be around them, around positive people. It can rejuvenate you. Yeah, it was a lovely weekend. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. Yeah. Is your own family all right? If you care to talk about that, how are things going? Doesn't seem right that I'm just blabbing about my own issues. Yeah, and I don't ask about yours. I think this needs to be on another layer. Actually, yo, what did that do? That's nice. Glad to hear. I'm good, my bro. My friends are fine. Thanks for asking. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have asked. Good news. Hope business is going all right. Uh, hope you're thriving, or at least trying to, in this Tinubu universe, Tinubu cinematic universe. And my family are also fine. That's good. That's good. I don't really have a business, really. Anyways, as long as you're chilling, that's good. Come on, bro. Curve this stuff well. Bend it like Declan Rice. Bro, what do you think of industrial design sketching? First of all, how you doing, George? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Um, Tarandino, that's a cool name. Is that Jorge? Yeah, I think that's Jorge. Yeah, first of all, I don't know anything about industrial design sketching. I don't know anything about that. Yeah. If I were to think what industrial design sketching is, it probably has something to do with cars and designing machines and stuff like that. Probably. So probably you're working traditionally, but at the same time you could probably be working 3D. So you could be using things like Cinema 4D, uh, Blender, Maya, probably things like that. If I also guess off the dome, but if not, then I'm probably wrong. But if that's what you're doing, then I think it's actually a cool career path. But like I said, I don't know anything about the industry. I don't know if it's profitable. But if you've done your research, like, and it's something you are interested in that you want to do, You're young. You can try it out for a few years, few months, and see what it's about. There's no skill, you know, no skill is necessarily useless. Yeah, you can always take an experience and a skill into the next venture or adventure that you want to do. So I know that sounds very useless, me giving useless advice, but you know, I can't really speak on something that I have zero knowledge about. And I don't want to, posture as if I know it when I don't. Anyways, what do you think about industrial design yourself? Is that something you want to do? Okay, bro, gonna go. Bye. Yeah, have a nice day, Dominion. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe as well. Yeah, consistency. I like it. I think I'm going to have to do this. I'll have to. Alhamdulillah, easy to go, no matter the condition. Yeah, that's actually coming out better than I thought it would. We're moving. Almost an hour, almost reaching the hour mark. All right, that's looking all right. I like the progress so far. Wish I was faster though. What I've learned, I wish I had a colorist. What I've learned from pages like this, especially when drawing crowds, is that colorists usually do a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to stuff like this. Then you don't have to worry a lot about whether or not. All right, looking good so far. I like it. Looking good. You can actually do like I think we can do like a silhouette type of thing. You can do a silhouette type of thing. Don't necessarily need to like detail it or anything. Do like a silhouette, and I think we'll be good. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a silhouette and be done with it. Hmm. Okay. Yo, bro, I'm going to ask you about my story. Of course, Irene, ask me anything. Yeah. As long as it's within my knowledge, of course, I will do my best to answer. Yeah, what do you want to ask? I think it's looking all right. Okay. I'm going to just add this here. Let's put a circle like this. Yeah. And then add shiny, 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 shiny. All right. I think increase the eraser. Ah, let's let's add that. Um, if you're typing like really rapidly, make sure like the first message I'm actually seeing it, so that I don't end up typing a lot, and then I don't see any of the messages that you sent. All right. You said, hmm, do you think Dante and Azar should be connected or just like doctor and patient? Should Azar actually be an old school friend of Dante's? Not necessarily. It depends if like you feel it should be important to the plot, right? Azar seems like a very young guy, and unless you actually want it, because there's always a way you can spin a story based on your like skill as a writer. You can always pin a story to be what you want. You can even make Azar like a long distance step brother or something like that. I could make him related, be like an old friend or something like that. But um, based on the story that you already have, I think it's okay for him to just be like a, you know, just be like a normal person, right? We meet people every day. We meet new people every day. And I believe maybe not knowing Dante from the onset and like the facade that Dante brings, like, yeah, or at least puts forward, can be a very useful tool to getting Azar's trust, and it would make it would probably, well, it will actually be more satisfying if like probably Dante was like an old friend, and then of course a very old friend, yeah, but then he's turned like a bad, he has taken a bad turn in terms of character and behavior, and then he stabs Azar in the back. That would be fun and interesting, and you'll be able to get more emotional reaction from the audience. But I still think you can still establish that even with a stranger. Like, we form emotional connections regularly. It just depends on how much time we spend with that person or whatever we have an emotional attachment to. It's how you write it at the end. I want a plot twist, like something that would shock the reader. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shock value, yeah. From experience, I think like shock value would most not experience. Not like I'm a top writer or anything, but what I like from what I've seen, the experience I'm talking about is the one from watching movies. Yeah. So from experience of watching movies, usually when someone is closer to you and they've been with you for a very long time and they've proven that they are trustworthy, yeah, what usually creates shock value is when that person that is extremely close to you betrays you, but not only betrays you, but has a legitimate reason for betraying you, like an understandable reason, right? So maybe it's something that's inherently in their nature, but because they are an ally of that character, like they were sort of like the main character was blindsided to that behavior or that character trait, especially since it was, probably benefiting the character, and things like that, or like he has like an emotional reason for doing so. Dante is Judas's old later friend. Maybe I should kill Judas, but why? I need something to do. I need something to do like kill. I don't understand. Um, what I would say is that like one way you could actually create um like have them you can have strong emotional attachment to someone both positively or negatively. Yeah, so you mentioned that Judas is not a good person, but he's still Azar's brother at the end of the day. He's still his blood, right? So he's whether he likes it or not, they are joined by blood. So if, for instance, Dante betrays Judas, yeah, and for whatever reason, like unalives him, I do think that will create a strong emotional connection between Dante and Azar. And I believe that would like he'll probably want revenge, like whether he likes his brother or not. Like that bond exists. So, you know, you could use that as the foundation for creating great shock value. And maybe like Azar, like what's his name? Dante befriends Azar initially, yeah, but while still knowing that Azar is Judas's brother, but he still takes him out, irregardless. And you know, Azar might find that very offensive. That's what I think, though. Hello, princess. How you doing? It's been a no, not been a while. It's been a few days. Um, Wishing you a good night's rest. Enjoy the rest of the night. Yeah. Thank you, by the way, bro. You're welcome. I hope I was helpful. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Glad to hear I was helpful. All right, I'm just trying to add texture on the walls and on the building in general. and that can take some time. Because whenever you actually look at like edges on buildings, they are not always like very smooth. Right? Most of the time, they have chips and little whatever they call it on them. Yeah, so they're not always like straight. Where's the light hitting? It's probably hitting the bottom area. Where can we read the comic? I think there's a link in the description. It's on globalcomics.com. You can just, I think, if you just check the description of this video, I believe you'll see the link. It's under a title called My Comics, and then you see the link to the comic book. You can check it out. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Hmm, that's good. That's good. I like it. I like it. Very satisfying. Left to me, I could just spend my time detailing all this stuff like forever. But the problem is, I have more pages to do. So most of the time, I can't afford to be as patient with myself as I am. So I actually have to hurry most of the time to just get it done. These are the issues. Especially since I'm not using colors, I'm not going to color it like at the moment. So I have to use lines as often as I can. Just need to add some little of this here and there so that it can actually look like a rock. Yeah, you know, rocks and like buildings, they have this little stuff here and there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you can add texture and make your stuff look like It is a rock. Just little cracks here and there. And you would convince the audience that you know what you're doing. Anyways, Abdulkadir Huzanov. All right, I think that's good. I think that's good. Uh, what else am I missing? Let's just add one more. Anyways, guys, we're able to work on like two panels. Let me show you. No, not two panels. Yeah, two panels actually. It's, let's look at it. Two panels. Of course, I'll detail it behind the scenes. Uh, I'll add like the blacks and all that. But usually, whenever I'm working on a comic book page, I don't like to focus on multiple things at once. So I would like to like just focus on the line art, get it done before I then begin adding details to each and every single panel that requires it. Oh, look at this! I forgot to add the ear. Anyways, fix that. Yeah, so I'll try and finish this. I don't know whether I'll do that like this night or tomorrow. But I'll try and like work on it this night. So, anyways, guys, I appreciate every single one that tuned in. Uh, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow.